welcome to Discover English Academy video. My name is Yelda and I'm the owner and the founder of Discover English Academy. Today I want to teach you some expressions and vocabulary that you can use to express your preferences. You can just describe what you prefer. Okay? So the first part I want to just like introduce like whenever you want to talk about your preferences, this is one way that you can express it. So you can say like plus noun plus better than plus noun. This is optional. This is another way of saying that. For example, you can say I like coffee. Okay, so you just say it means you prefer coffee. I like coffee. Or you can say I like coffee better than tea. It means if you have two options, which one would you choose? Of course you want to choose coffee because you prefer coffee. So look at this two structure. So you can I like coffee or I like coffee better than tea if you have two options. If you have like and after like you have verb, you must use ing form. I like bowling. Look at this here. Or I like bowling better than swimming. Here you see because of like, both of your verb, they get ing. I like bowling better than swimming. The other option for just talking about your preferences is using the verb prefer. Just pay attention to the pronunciation. So the stress is on the second syllable, so you say prefer, prefer. Okay, so you say prefer plus noun or prefer plus noun plus over plus noun. So how does it work? Prefer plus noun. So you can say I prefer coffee. I prefer coffee over tea. You have two options and you want to say which one you prefer. I prefer coffee over tea. When you use the verb prefer, this is how you say that. The other way to use prefer, whenever you have verb after prefer, of course you will have ing. Prefer, verb ing, prefer, I prefer bowling to swimming. So when you compare, which one would you prefer? I prefer bowling to swimming, right? So whenever you have verb, you have to use to, and after the second verb with ing again. The other option that you have is would rather. Would rather, so you use it for showing your preference. Would plus rather or would plus rather plus verb. Would you, so here look at the question here, because you have D and Y together, so you have to link them together and you have to produce J sound. Would you? Would you rather go bowling or skating? Would you rather go bowling or skating? And the answer, I would rather go bowling. Instead of I would, you can say I'd. Don't mix it up with I had. Okay? I would, if whenever you're speaking, so you should just like contract it, use the contractions and say I'd. I'd rather go bowling. It means I would rather, I prefer go bowling. Actually, there are some things that I have to tell you here that you need to just like pay attention to. The first one, would, is a modal, usually comes with rather to show preferences in the future, right? So just like talking about your future preferences, you use would rather, just talking about it or asking about it, okay? And the other one that I need to tell you, I have to just like mention that here, is using and just like comparing than versus then. Okay, so whenever you're talking about preferences, you're using than to compare, right? You say, I like reading better than writing. This is just like how to compare them together. And the second one, look at this. So then you use it to say next, or in that case. You don't like writing, then you read and I'll write. Then here means in that case. So you read and I'll write. And the second example here, we can go bowling, then swimming. You're showing actually just like the action that is happening after another action, right? First you do this, then we do another thing. We can go bowling, then next we go swimming. And there are some ways that when you don't have any preferences, then you can use these expressions. Okay, so whenever you have no preferences, do you remember how I told you to just pronounce prefer, right? Prefer. The stress was on the second syllable, on F, prefer. But when you have preference, the stress is on the first syllable, preference, on P here. Okay. Now, just like, let's go and see how you just like express and describe whenever you don't have any preferences. Look at this. We have I don't care and I'm not picky. These two, they are informal. It means so you can use them whenever you're with your friends and with your, for example, family members. You can use I don't care or I'm not picky. Look at the question. For example, I say, do you want coffee or tea? Say, I don't care. It means it doesn't really matter. I have no preferences. Or I'm not picky. Same actual meaning, so you can use either of them. The other way of saying that is either is fine. Either is fine. This is more polite way to say that you don't have any preferences. For example, do you want coffee or tea? You can say either is fine. It doesn't really matter, right? But this is a polite way of saying that. And the next, it doesn't matter to me. This expression is both formal and informal, and you use it whenever you have more than two choices, right? And whenever you want to say you have no preferences, whenever there are more than two choices. Do you want, for example, coffee or tea or juice? You can say, it doesn't matter to me. It means whatever is fine. I have no preferences. As you see, there are more than two choices. Here I have a note for you. Whenever you have prefer, you say, I prefer coffee better. I like coffee better. As I say, so we say, I like coffee better. We never say, I prefer coffee better. Instead, you can say, I much prefer coffee. And you never say, I much like coffee. You never say that. Okay, thank you for watching our video. So you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Education Center YouTube channel. And if you want, you can join our Telegram. And so you will just like learn lessons daily. You can also like our Facebook page, Discover English Academy. And so you will see again new lessons that I upload there every day. Thank you for watching it, and see you in the next lesson.